picture, you can even do this picture a circle, big circle. Got it? Visualizing? Okay. You got this big circle. Now the circle is not solid. The circle is made up of dashes. And in between the dashes, there's a small amount of space. Not as wide as a dash, smaller. So you've got this circle, these dashes, a little bit of space. Imagine there's a dash right out there. There's a dash sitting out there that wants to get in the circle, right? Wants to get in. Hey, dashes, let me in.
Okay, you should just know that we don't do this a lot, so this is like a really huge deal.
That dash's BFF is right there. Kind of this dash. Little. But that BFF says, all right, here's a little, but not quite enough. So that dash is kind of halfway in, trying to hear what's going on. Do you visualize that? Have you ever been that dash on the outside? I'm going to share it's kind of embarrassing, but it's important because I am a Max mom. If you're not quite sure what that is, that's in my intro, which I always link below because some of the terms I use. Okay. So I'm a Max mom. Totally wrapped up in my kids' lives. Well, now my kids aren't little, they are YABs, young adult babies. When your babies are babies anymore, so they're babies. Okay.
Okay, well.
This best friend, this BFF, you've been friends since high, right? There's not a birthday party picture without that person in it. There is not, oh God, so many sleepovers and things, and oh my gosh, all the secrets and everything. So then all of a sudden, at a certain point, there's this power shift. Now you're holding on, you're still like this, but this power shift. Because earlier it would have been like, here, make space. But then all of a sudden, not sure why. Not sure how. Not sure how I was okay with the power shift. But when something like that happens, it takes your self-esteem and just tanks it. Because this is someone so important to you that you care so much about, who cared so much about you, and you're suddenly an afterthought. And you don't quite know what to do with that. You can't fix it. You don't know how to fix it. Girls are terrible. Young girls, teen girls. Oh my gosh. You know. Awful. Sorry. We all know it, right? Mm-hmm. Mean girls. True story.
And I'm sorry I told everyone about it. And I'm sorry for repeating it now.
Back in the day, those who are of my generation, of Gen X, yeah, around. Okay, so my generation, you remember, okay, we didn't have texting. So when we were in class, we wrote notes. Notes. And we passed them to each other in the hall. Hey, can you give this to such and such? Because you know they're in your class or whatever it might be. Run up, here's a note. And this is our form of texting. So any youngins watch this, now you don't understand. I had to explain this to my YABs. So getting a note is like the norm. The norm. this friend wrote notes and notes and notes and notes and notes. Time. Tons of notes. Like, hey, what are you doing? This class is so boring. My friends, blah, blah. Nothing too serious. Not a big deal. Then, one day, you get a note from this friend that impacts your life because it was so hurtful and cruel and used everything, knows you that well that those pain points, the things that dig deep, that really, really hurt, she knows what they are. She used them
If you're trying to be hurtful, you're doing a good job.
in this letter, this note that got passed to me in the hall in high school. The note goes on for like 4 pages. Four pages. And the last line of it, well, one thing it says, and gonna go running to your mommy with this. But the last line of it hurt the deepest and stuck with me. Subconsciously. It was not like here on my thoughts all the time, but it was subconscious because that last line said, I can tell you because I have the note, I'm ashamed that we were once best friends. That's how it ended. And this former best friend, at the time, she didn't want to be my best friend anymore, asked all the friends, all the other people in the group to sign it, which a lot of them did. I don't know if they ever read it. I don't know. But you get a letter that hurts that much, that like hits your core so deep that sends you reeling. All these people sign it. So, for some people are going to say, oh my God, girlfriend, that is pathetic. Get over it. And like I said, it's embarrassing to share this because I literally still have this note. And I hadn't seen it in a long time. And was going through some things in my parents' attic and it was in a box. For some reason, I felt the need to keep that. I'm not sure why, because I kept it for 40 years. A little crazy. Now, when I've talked about being a Max mom, I talked about 4 characteristics. And one of the characteristics is over prep. And over prep is twofold. It's kind of like a 2 in the AB, whatever. So this is the piece that this comes into. I always then question whether I was a part of a group, if I was like asked to join in, was I really in? Always felt a little insecure, always felt self-conscious. If someone going to turn on me, is the group all of a sudden not going to want me there, or I'm going to find out they're doing things and not including me? Yes, that was my high school. When something like this hits you to the core, you question yourself. You question all the friends that you make in the future. You question whether are they really your friends? Are they going to include you? And are they going to want you there? Do they really want you there? Are they just kind of obligated to invite you? Or are they doing things and not including you? Or if that happens, why? And you question it. And all the thoughts. There's this twinge. It's always there. Always there. Not always sure why. And then it kind of hit me later when I found this. Because all of a sudden, my kids from little to YAB, I guess one's 6'4", YAB. I have constantly tried to find situations that either would help them engage with possible friends, would help them make new friends. How can I contribute to this? I'll pick up that friend. I'll take you to that. I'll get you there. I'll take whatever it was. I would do that. Or on the flip side, how can I protect them? If I saw a situation, I could just sense that this kid that they want to hang out with is not someone who is really going to be there for you. And I always told my daughter that you have for now friends and forever friends. For now friends kind of fit into, okay, maybe they're on the team that you're on, or they're in this club that you're in, or whatever it might be. And you kind of are friends, because you kind of have to hang out. Okay.
It's only temporary.
For now friends. Those friends, if they're mean or hurtful or anything like that, push that away. Forever friends are those ones who you may not talk to for months, even longer. And as soon as you get together, you pick up right where you left off. You still hold tight the secrets that they've shared with you. You still make them important. When my daughter, she has this one friend who she's a sweetheart, and when they come home from college, they do what they can to try and just even get together and have lunch or coffee or something like that, because they just want to catch up. They just want to keep that bond together. And I think that's a beautiful thing that they have that. I thought that this person was going to be that person for me. I thought it was that forever friendship. And even growing up, even as I got older and older and older, I still thought that. I literally, when, you have to do those security questions, and it says, best friend's name, I put her name. Because when I say best friend, that was who I thought of, even after all of that. And every other big occasion, all these things we shared, but the day to day, I was kept on the sidelines. Strange. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why that happened. I probably never know. So it's on me to deal with it. And that's okay. But again, it has contributed to this over prep piece for me, because now when my kids went off to college, and if you've seen my other video, you'll know that I sent them with all the stuff. And a couple examples were like this med kit I made them with all the stuff in it, and this toolkit thing, so they could be the go-to person. They could be that go-to person. So because maybe then I'm helping them make friends when I'm not with them. I want them to find good people to make friends, because I am terrified of them getting hurt that way. And I have to know that I can't necessarily, but as a Max mom, you're going to do everything you can to try and keep them from getting hurt. Now, the problem for me, and this might have happened, and maybe if you're not a Max mom, but you still have experienced this, I know, so I know I'm not alone in this. And I'm sure people are going to put in the comments that, oh, pathetic, whatever. But I'm just telling my story. It is what it is. So you like it or you don't. But here I want to teach my kids how to be confident so they can make friends and they can do all these things and all this, but how do you teach what you don't know? So instead of teaching them confidence, how to be confident, I was actually teaching them how to not be insecure or to not question their worth. Instead of just be confident, here's some ways, just do this, be strong, be tough, be resilient, do all these things. That's my intention. And I have stayed involved in this their whole lives and still to this day. And now I connected this to that over prep, that one characteristic of being a Max mom. And if you hadn't seen my intro, it's below, but that would give you a little bit of a sense of one of the characteristics. But again, we come back to that line. All of this, everything I talk about will come back to that line, because when they were little, I could do all these things. I could take them there. I could bring this in. I could have this friend over. I could do all those things because there wasn't a line. I was in control of all that. It didn't always work, but that was how it was. Now, I am not in control. And maybe I should be anyways, because obviously, like I said, you can't teach what you don't know. But you can support. You can encourage. You can listen. You can, just be there and to feel included in their lives because you are still so entangled in their lives. Self ID. You are so entangled in their lives. So now, okay, where's the line? Where do I stop trying to help them make friends? Like I said, 20 and 22, right? But that's a Max mom. I don't know anything else. This is the mom I have been since they were born. No, since I was found out I was pregnant, I have been the Max mom. Everything became about them. Everything. They're the center, and everything else is around them. Good or bad? Truth.
I take this profession seriously.
So here's the question to pull this all together. How do we figure out where that line is? Do we let them tell us? Do we take it upon ourselves to just try to step back and just be that supportive when they need me and all of that, and not pushing my way in all the time? What I do? And I don't know if they mind it or not. So this is where the question lies. How do we figure this out? I want to hear comments. Please share your comments. I know I'm probably going to get those people who are going to rip me apart on this and stuff and everything, but growing thick skin. But no matter what, good or bad, I really would like some feedback, because there are people that I talk to outside of this who could use that support as well and learn how to do this. And Max moms helping Max moms. We're going to talk a little bit more about some things that spring off of this in other videos. Now, this has been too long. So if you could hit the subscribe, the little bell says, Kelly's got another video. Woo, woo. Okay. And if you liked it, If this meant anything to you, if it rang a bell, Max Mom or not, maybe you did this to someone and you regret it now. If you could take it back or do it differently, maybe you would. Maybe you wouldn't. Too bad. But I just want to hear about it. So comments. Okay, again, homework. Comments, please. Subscribe. Bell. And thumbs up if you like this, if you like what I'm saying, if it at all resonates with you. Please let me know. And I will see you next time.